A wealth of knowledge, credible or not, has been made available to every single person out there within 3 to 4 clicks of a mouse. If you do not think the evolution of the web has changed pedagogy altogether, then it's time you took a critical look around you. It will not be long before your students can find the answers to your questions on their iPhone before you're done asking them. What this means is your role as an educator, be it instructor, professor, trainer, teacher, coach, must be reconstructed to embrace this change. It is your role, now more than ever, to inspire your learners. In order for anyone to learn anything in a classroom, they must want to do so. While becoming educated is still their responsibility, you have been given the privilege to guide them through the process.
The idea of pedagogical practices is to look at the best match between what it is you want to teach and how you go about teaching it. So we're trying to give an array, a repertoire of pedagogical practices that move from direct instruction or a more behavioristic approach to learning skills to looking at teaching students in a more inquiry-based manner where in fact they're presented with big ideas and try to figure out what those big ideas are in relationship to the standards of social studies.
We ask students to spend some time journaling and responding to the question, what do you know about the Declaration of Independence? We would like you to spend some time in your journals writing about what you know about the Declaration of Independence. And then they'll have an opportunity to share with a partner.
Philosophy, liberty and justice for all.
Taking into account all the information available and the notion that students are best served when their teachers instruct them using an inquiry-based approach, it becomes increasingly important to teach students to critically examine the information available.
Making connections in terms of philosophy and theory can be really challenging.
That he based a lot of his ideas about writing it off the Enlightenment, which I think had to do with John Locke, and yesterday in class we learned about him, so all the philosophies and his beliefs, I guess, all are sort of incorporated into the Declaration.
Along with perspective, candidates must also teach their students the importance of persuasive reasoning skills, how to engage in persuasion, and when it is appropriate to use these skills.
Anytime you can get the students helping to construct their own knowledge, the more engaged they're going to be. You have to put an argument forth, but no one's going to believe you unless you give them some evidence for why. Paige.
I also think it's because they had gone through so much with the British and they were just kind of done with them, so they just decided to be harsh.
Yeah, they're fed up, right? They're not mincing words here. They're very deliberate about what they say.
I think, to me, history now is so important with the wealth of information that's out there. It's important to teach students how to be critical examiners of information that's out there. What was their point of view? What ethical issues do I see in this? What perspective are they taking? Do I agree or disagree? And what criteria am I using to judge the validity of this piece?
Part of Pedagogy B that I think is really a highlight is learning the art of argumentation, learning how to help students understand how to argue a point, take a particular position, to debate it, to really look at it from multiple perspectives, and to look at the fact that that is the way we really examine history, is not to see it as something that is without its flexibility for interpretation.
The students, the classroom, the teachers, and even the history currently being written are all constantly changing. Exactly what the future holds is unpredictable. In Social Studies Pedagogy B, however, candidates are given the tools to teach the fundamental history of yesterday in a way that reaches students of today and allows them to adjust for the uncertainty of tomorrow.